What's up, guys? Welcome back. I haven't seen you guys in a very long time. I haven't done any video. Um, Today we are gonna talk about marriage and what are some of the obstacles that you have faced in your marriage. Drop it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys, to my channel. All right, so we're gonna talk about marriage because a lot of people are going through some of the hardest time in marriage, and my advice is that if you can overcome some of the things that you have been through in your marriage, it's your goal to empower and push through some of these obstacles. It depends on what it is though, because some people cannot cope with some of the things then. But I am going to give you some tips on things that that works for me. All right, so there are things that I, as a woman, I always tell myself I wouldn't settle for certain things, and some of these things are like, man, my husband mustn't drink where him drunk, go around bar every day. He mustn't smoke, he mustn't gambles, and he mustn't disrespect me. And as I said, I am an independent woman. I know how to take care of myself, and I don't depend on anyone to take care of me. Yes, as a man, you're supposed to play a certain role in your woman's life and treat them nice with respect and dignity. That's something I stand for. But I am going to tell you some things that sometimes, some of the things them that you may say you won't do or won't settle for, come across, and how you work it out, how you go about working it out. Sometimes me myself don't know, but if you have a strong mindset, so for instance, said you and your partner going through a rough time, and you find himself drinking and drunking, and that is something that I never wanted, ever. How would you deal with that? Like, how would you deal with that if you and somebody spend so many years together and you find out that you know you're going through obstacles, and you find out that him start to drink a lot, and him start to drunk, and him just in problems, then him just cover himself with them problems. How would you deal with that mentally? Sometimes you just have to try to find a way, because if you spend so many, remember, this person didn't kill anybody, this person didn't get involved in serious crime or whatever, nothing like that. So how do you go about adjusting yourself to the situation? If you ever have to deal with something like that, drop it in the comment section. How do you go about prepare your mental for something like that, and how do you overcome it? Not that you're going to accept it, but how do you overcome something like that? Because this is something that you always look out against, and this is something that you're always against. It's something that you never ever wanted. How do you go about fixing the situation? Do you go to counseling? What do you do? How do you go about dealing with that? Because it's something that you don't like to do, you don't want them to do. How do you go about it? How do you go about preparing your mental for that? Not that you want to accept it, you hope that they actually change, but what do? You don't want somebody to be drinking because they have a situation and they care, like, they're just taking that. They're drinking because they cannot deal with the situation. So it's easier to just, to me, it's easier to just go ahead and drink the problems away. And I don't think that is right. that is not the right way to go about it when you're going through a situation. I don't know, my mental is different, and I hope to God that I am like that. And I mean, some people just cannot deal with the problems, you know. And if your husband or your wife is going through something like that, to me the simplest way is really to try to help them, or to allow them to go through their own phase, and then they will resolve it in the end. But I don't think in a situation like that you should break up your marriage because of that. And remember, this is not like they go cheat or have a child out there or anything like that. It's not that case. It's just that they're going through their situation, and they find it the easier way. That's how I look on it. They find it the easier way to just drink the stress away, you know, and then nothing else matters in the world. But you, as the other hand, as a partner, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with that? So that is a question that I wanted to ask, and drop it in the comment section. How you deal with it? Do you go counseling? How do you go about dealing with that, as not as the person that is going through it, but as the partner who is watching your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend drinking themselves away? How do you do that? How do you cope with it? And I mean, for several different reasons. Like, it's not just like drinking only, but something that you don't stand for and you don't want them to do. But hey, when you find this person, it seems like it was a bed of rose and it was perfect and everything was good and dandy, but then things in life change. So how do you deal with it? How? My eye them look like Dundusi, man, and them always used to big and ball, you know. Anyway, guys, so that is my topic today. How do you deal with your partner going through, maybe me not want to use the word because, you know, YouTube is very sensitive, so I don't want to use the word. You know, I drink my Jamaican chocolate tea. I not even put on brown. You see me? My face, look at my face. You see my face I broke out, guys? Look there. Dairy, you know, because me I drink the dairy. Face I broke out. I drink some milk and eat chocolate the other day. The minute me eat any dairy, this is what happened to my face. Me too long wake up, wash my face and brush my teeth. I have my chocolate tea. Jamaica chocolate tea with coconut milk, cause I stay away from the Lasco. I stay away from the Lasco. Wow. I not even have on bra. I come sit down in front of that camera and talk to them. But what go on, people? Bless upon a nice clean self. Love or no. And yeah, that's a topic I want to ask you today. Tell me if you not go through something like that, you know. And as I say, it was not like a crime or anything like that. So it's not like somebody hurt somebody. They're literally, to me, hurting themselves when they go through things like that. And it's not like it's abuse, somebody's, you know. But when you see that it's something that you didn't settle for, and you know, you see it start to happen in front of your eyes, how do you deal with it? How do you cope? What do you do to fix the problem? I mean, people can try to fix the problem, your partner can try, but what if the person resists and they're not accepting that you're trying to help? They're not accepting it. how do you do? What do you do to fix the problem? You know, and that is my question. You know, somebody asked me to talk about this topic because they're going through something like that. They're going through that right now, and they want me to just ask because they are trying to they're trying to work on it themselves, but it's not working out. So they said to ask the question, do the video and ask the question. You know, I have my people them who sometimes give me 1 and 2 topic for talk about, so I just want to ask, you know. And as me, my advice sometimes is that if they are resisting, then they have to go through it, because if they never used to do things like that before, you have to sometimes allow them to go through what they are going through. But if you see it where it extend to, you know, the another level, then you have to get help. That is me, like, get help. That's what I would have done. But at the same time, the person you love and care about, I try to help them. Yeah, you know, them I try to help them others partner, but it just not work out. So what is the next step? People go through things in life, and life change, and sometimes it's not what you settle for. And as me say, it's not a big deal like they commit a crime, right? So they can actually overcome the situation. And you have to just pray for them, you know, get prayer for them, pray for them to overcome the situation. You know, you see, one of the main thing in life, and this is why sometimes I talk to God as if me I talk to Uno. I'ma just ask him and say, God, you know, you bring me here for a reason. And if me are going through certain things, you talk to him like me I talk to you and say, God, me I ask you for clearance. Cover my family, cover my children, cover my husband, cover my family, cover my friends. Bless them abundantly. You know, talk to him as if you talk to me. And ask him for what you want. Because him not leave you and him not forsake you. Him are the reason why we're here in the first place. You know? Him not leave we or forsake we. And I'm reach a scripture this morning, you know, where, you know, him definitely tell you that him not leave you and him not forsake you. So ask him as if you're asking me. So these are things that I talk to God about more time. You know? People have problems. Life is problem. It's like each time you go up, you find out, say, there is something. Sometimes you see things that go so smoothly and then boom, there's come something. Like you just now get a break. In life, it's like you don't get a long break. I mean, I know how celebrities do it. Because sometimes you watch them on the internet, them go up and people tear them down, then go up and people tear them down. So it's just life, and the sooner you accept and go through that this is life, then the more your mindset be free, and you not have this whole heap of wrinkles when you're 13 and your face try to look plummy and juicy. You know, so the more you not put things on your head and take up everybody problems like myself. Take it up, I don't even know how my face kind of looks still tight and it no get floppy already. Maybe because of my skin texture I think. But I take up everybody problem put on for my head. Honestly, I take it up put on my head. Everybody problem put on my head. So I'm one of them person, but the more we start to accept, say, life is this is it, this is what it is, we start to accept that life is, it is what it is, and I start to put myself on the straight and narrow and try not to, I'm not gonna say me perfect, because I can't no worry over things, but some things you just don't have no control over it. So the sooner I let it off of my head, the better. As soon as the problems are bloop, dash it where me gone, move on. Yeah. Anyway, guys, best up on a nice clean self. Just drop in for reason we don't know. Love or no. Be safe out there. And bless up on yourself. Don't forget to like the video.